Hi guys, Erin here for a book review video. Today I'm going to be doing Rocks Fall Everyone Dies by Lindsay Ribar, which is a sort of science fiction supernatural novel about this boy named Aspen who has the ability to take memories, alter memories, and do whatever with your head. And as it turns out, his family is connected to this mountain that if these people don't take memories from different people, the rocks fall on everyone in town and everyone dies. So I got the book a couple summers ago. My grandma bought it for me, and I didn't get to reading it until a few weeks back because I had a free day from work, so that's what I was doing. I spent 3 or 4 days reading the book, and I absolutely thought it was amazing at the beginning, but then I was actually let down at the end, which was so devastating to me because I was like, ooh, yes, 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 this book is so good, this book can lead anywhere. But then it was just it's over? That's it? What are you talking about? It was just really it was good at the beginning, but not that great at the end. But my favorite characters, not everyone in the book is such a likable character. I mean, I don't even like Aspen, and he's the main character. But if I had to choose a favorite character, I would say that I hate Leah Ramsay-Wolfe the least. Because she's a reader like me, or should I say like us, because we're all readers here. She likes boating and being outdoors, and she's a bit of a loner, so that's sort of describing me a bit too. So that was interesting, but the negative part about her is that she was mean to this girl Heather, who was Aspen's cousin, but she died, so it's just okay, there's mystery with her death too, so they could have made this huge thing with Heather's death, but they didn't. And if there was a 5-star rating, I would take 1 star off for that just to begin with. My least favorite characters, that was a big list, but I would have to say the person I hated the most was Aspen's father, because he stole Aspen's memories, and it was so heartbreaking that he turned Aspen into this cold, unfeeling person that was just not fair at all. And he was not empathetic. He was like a robot that just took from everyone. He was really selfish, and that part was not good. I just didn't like that. My favorite parts were probably when Aspen tried to steal Leah's phone at the bookstore where she worked, and I also liked the scene where Leah actually broke into Aspen's bedroom, still thinking that it belonged to his cousin Heather. And as it turns out, Heather died, and nobody in town knew that Heather died. So I'm just okay, nobody knows? How can nobody know? Leah used to be Heather's best friend. And even Leah didn't know that Heather was dead, so I'm just why do you do that? And my least favorite parts were when Aspen told Brandy the truth about his powers. For those of you who don't know, Brandy was Aspen's girlfriend for a short time, and then she dumped him after she found out the truth, because who would want to have their memory stolen from them so they lose feelings for one person so Aspen can have her all to himself, you know? And that was just really confusing. And then another part that I really disliked was when Heather was actually honest about being really mean. I mean, when Leah was being honest about being really mean to Heather before she died. Because I know I don't like bullying whatsoever. I have a zero tolerance policy for that. But it was just so sad. And I also didn't like when the book came to an end, because I was wondering, what happens to Brandy? What happens to Thea? What happens to Leah? Why does Aspen do the thing he does? I mean, I get that he wanted to run away from the magic in his blood, but can't you give me a heads up on an epilogue or something? Because I would love to have an epilogue. Also, a quote that I liked was from Aspen's grandmother, Willow, who said, "It's easier to move through the world when you have a degree of anonymity at your side, Aspen." And that just made me think, because even though I am known around my neighborhood as whatever, but I'm just okay, if nobody knew me, that could be good, but it could also be bad, because, well, I'm not even gonna explain it, but The quote just spoke to me, even though I would love to have a career where I would actually be known like George R. R. Martin. For those of you who know me, know that I love writing, so being a famous author is all I've ever wanted to be. So, the whole anonymity thing, even though the quote spoke to me, I would not want to have a life of anonymity. And, for opinions, I would give this book a 2 or a 3 on a scale of 5. Probably closer to a 2 because there was so much left open that I didn't know about. But, it also lacked in places where I thought it might eventually rock. And if you get the title, you will get why I said that. But I didn't like Aspen all that much, but I hated his dad even more, and I wondered how Aspen's mom could have, like, left his dad. It was really confusing because if Aspen's mom left the family to escape her magical husband, keeping Aspen with his dad could technically not work out for her because Aspen's dad could reach through Aspen to get to the mother. I mean, that was a huge hole in the plot too, that I thought of anyway. So if you have like comments below on how that's not a hole, let me know, okay? And the novel actually made me think about what would happen if somebody reached into me and pulled out the things that I loved most. I mean, I love writing, I love reading, I love animals, and I love Star Trek. Those are like my 4 passions in life. So if somebody removed writing, 1, I would have no career. If somebody removed reading, 2, I would have no inspiration. If somebody removed my love for animals, I would no longer have a beautiful dog that you can't see that's off screen. And if somebody removed my love for Star Trek, where would I get inspiration for different characters who I absolutely love? I mean, I get that I could find some inspiration elsewhere, but like I would go out of my mind crazy if somebody took away any of those from me. And I wouldn't even know when it would happen, so that's just like confusing too. But anyway, those are my thoughts and opinions on the book. Read it if you like supernatural stuff, but if you're like ready for plot holes, go ahead and read it, but whatever, okay? I mean, it was a good book at the beginning. I'll give it that, but there was just like so much more that Lindsay Ribar could have done to make the story even better. So let me know in the comments below what your opinions are. So like, subscribe, comment, do your thing, and have a good day, people.